Hey, we're going to talk about money today. If you wonder where Bob is just right next to the tripod of the camera. He decided to not to be in camera in the video today. So you know what? Respect him. Oh my God, he's coming. Okay, so I guess he changed his mind. Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna block him. So anyway, um, last year I didn't really have any New Year's resolution. I think 2020 was kind of like lisp, and then you wink and then it's gone. And then I didn't really get a chance to make a resolution or resolutions for 2021. And then I already started with my job and with Bob, with everything. I was just so busy with other things instead of thinking about, oh, what am I going to do for 2021. This year is a little bit different because of this channel, and I feel like I have discovered a lot of myself, and I feel like, why not? Why not make a list for 2022? Because it really sounds crazy that we're in 2022. I'm like, what did I do in 2020? Nothing. In 2021, nah. And then I thought about one topic. It's money. Because if I went back to 2020, what I did was shopping. I bought a lot of things that I've never got a chance to wear because I was staying at home. And then 2021, I feel like, oh, I'm going to definitely wear what I bought, or I'm going to use what I bought from 2020. And then I feel like it wasn't really something I wanted. I wasn't really thinking thoroughly when I was buying them. So this year I'm going to be a little bit smarter than what I was in 2020 and 2021. So anyway, what I was trying to say is I am no expert. I'm not an expert on finance or money investment or some other things. This is just my own tips about saving money and trying to be more responsible for my own money as well. So if you have a better financial advice, and if you don't mind, please share your advice or tips and down below so we all can learn from each other. So first thing I want to say is I spend a lot of money since I started making money, since I started having income. I don't know if you ever heard of this. It's called revenge shopping. And of course, if you go Google it, and now it's all going to be like a post-COVID revenge shopping, things like that. But so let me explain a little bit more before we head into our main topic. So revenge shopping did happen to me because I didn't really have money. I'm not from a rich family, and most of the time when I wanted to buy things, I didn't have the financial ability to do it. So I was always trying to be like, I don't care about it. I don't want it, until I started making money and I started making a little bit more money. And then I realized that, I do have the desire for a lot of things. I didn't get a chance and didn't have the ability to do so. And then I started revenge shopping. So what I did was, for example, if you see this sweater I bought from Mango, I actually bought two. Normally, your normal bae would probably just be like, okay, I'm gonna pick one because I only need one. I don't need two colors for the same style. But back to 2020, I was like, no, I need every single color. Now I have money and I'm able to do it. I'm gonna make myself happy. So you know what? If I like this style and I can't choose which color I want more, so I'm gonna just buy them all. And um, that was a bad decision. I did that for a while. And a lot of things I used to be like, I would save money on a lot of things. I will go and look for, discounts, promotions, and deals, things like that. But now I have changed it to a totally different person. I was like, you know what? If I like it, I'm able to buy it, and then I'm gonna just do it. But then I have a lot of stuff I don't use, I don't wear at all. So I'm wasting money. And then one day during Christmas, I was chatting with my friend. He used to be in a financier, I think, at the bank, at a major bank here. And then he quit his job because he didn't really like it. And then he started become, yes, a teacher. He's very smart about his money, and we were talking about that. And he said, "Babe, look, if you start buying things, your money has, the value of your money has decreased at the moment you're buying the thing. It doesn't matter if you're buying like cars or buying clothes or other things. You have to be smart about your money because the moment you buy it, you're losing your money. And I know a lot of people say you're buying pleasure, things like that. Well, if you have money and you don't care about the small little penny there, uh, just ignore what I'm saying here. But if you're like me, you're really trying to save or you're trying to be more responsible for your financial life, um, I I think that is a good thing to listen to, a good thing to hear from him is think about things you buy. The moment you buy it, you're the only one who uses it, and who will who will value it or who will cherish it. It's only you, and then you lost that part of the money. So when you buy it, you have to really think about do you need it or not? Because think if you don't need it, you just want the moment of buying things and you just enjoy the moment of the buying things and then you're losing your money. And then when you need that part of money and it's gone. So you didn't think it through, right? So I was thinking, okay, that is a good thing to know. Then this came up on my YouTube feed, and I was like, okay, I really like her. If you want to know more about financial advice or how to do budgeting or how to do other things about like paying off your debt, things like that. Asia Dan, I like her, and you can practice her English, and she articulates really well, and she speaks really clearly as well. So she's a good YouTuber to follow. And also, if you want to know something about finance or managing your money, Ramsey is the one. He has podcast, I think, podcast or YouTube, and he has a book. He has his website, and Adrian learned from him as well, and she paid off all his student loan. So that's something you can definitely check out. But back here, and we're talking about sinking fund. Okay, I get it. It's my pronunciation about that. So, what is a sinking fund? Well, if you are majoring in finance or something like related, or you are interested in that area, you may think about this is about a company or corporation, things like that. But no, like what I said, I'm not an expert, so I'm not go deep like that. So I just want to talk about personal sinking fund. So sinking fund is something you will save your money strategically. You will put the money a tiny bit at a time aside, so you know you have the money for something else. So I will give you more example for that, so you will have a better idea of it. So let's put this way. I used to have cash envelopes when I have cash with me. So I think it's very early of my student life here. I used to have cash because I didn't have money, so I had to really plan that carefully about how to spend it. So I will put, let's say, if I tutored or I worked at the restaurant, washing dishes, of course, and I'll get cash, things like that. So I will put some of money in one envelope that says rent, and some of money put in says living expenses such as you buy your shampoo, cream, things like that. So you have to plan that well, and then have envelope for like bus tickets or things like that. So I have different categories for how I spend my money on, and then of course people are going more digitally than physical stuff, and then I don't have my cash envelopes anymore. But if you do think about, do you put your money in a pocket of some of your jackets and then you put the jackets away, and then later on you found a jacket and you put your hand in your pocket and like there's a $10 bill. So how do you feel? You feel excited, you feel like you earned that money, you feel like you hit the jackpot, right? So that's what I was trying to say, that it's a similar like cash envelopes, or you put the money aside somewhere else. So pretended that doesn't exist, and later on you found out, and that will help you with certain situations. Sinking fund is the same thing. So you will plan your money wisely, and then you may have a different savings accounts. because you don't want to put money in one savings account and then you're going to be like the boundaries will be blurred at some point and you're going to just start to spend money. So sinking fund is something that you can plan within time frame for how much money you're going to save for what kind of item. So for example, if you decide to buy an iPad, like a new iPad in September, because in September they have deals and education pricing and things of something, and then they have free AirPods, things like that. So you say, oh, I'm gonna buy a new iPad in September. Instead of paying that with the lump sum, so you're gonna do is you divide it up, and then you have, let's say that's a how much? I think it's, let's say it's $1,100. Okay. Uh, and then from now, January to September, you have January, September, 9 month. Yes, 9 months. So you're going to use 11,000, no, 1,100, sorry. $1,100 is divided by 9 months. And then you will have, let me calculate. So I'm really not good at that. Okay, so 1,100 gonna times your tax. Okay, that's $1,243, and then divide by 9, so it's $138. So in the course of 9 months, you have to save $138 every month for your iPad. So what you're going to do is every time when you get money, either it's your income or from your parents, you're going to put $138 aside for your iPad. So when it's September, you will have enough money to buy the iPad you want. And that's how you save for a big ticket item. And then, for example, you say, I'm going to go to beach with my friends in this summer, and then you will have 6 or 7 months to save up for the trip. And then you're going to do a little bit plan about how much that trip will cost. And then divided by the time, let's say you have 6 months or 7 months, and how much money you need to pay for the trip, and then save that part of money every month. Don't put money in one savings account because you're going to be like, have no idea how much you save for your items or for your plans. So that's how sinking fund works. And I did have a little bit note about how, but not too much. So just for me to remember why we're doing that. So another reason, of course, we talk about what it is, and we're going to talk about why it is, right? So why do we have to save? Why do we do sinking funds? So you save for anything, even everything you want to buy strategically without stress. So that's the difficult part, because sometimes when you want to buy big ticket items, you're going to like, oh my God, I have to spend $1,000s on one thing, and then you feel like it's a lot of money. But if you plan wisely and then you know within what time frame and you're going to buy it, and if you're not in a rush, so you can go ahead and save up the money for that thing. So that's why we do sinking fund, because in that way you will see the progress you make for one item. And you know what the best thing about that is, you will not do impulsive shopping. Okay, so for example, if you want to buy something really, really bad, let's say you really want to buy a luxurious bag, say let's say Louis Vuitton or something like that, and you just really want to have it right now. So save money for that. Take your time and save money for that. By the time you save enough for that bag, and you may not want it, and then you know what, you get a lot of money there. So I didn't buy it, but now I still have a lot of money, and you're happy about what you have, right? So another thing is, you can plan something big. Let's say if you do have a wedding coming up and you want to plan your wedding venues and other things, even buy a wedding dress or something like that. You can start planning to save for that kind of things, so you don't feel a lot of pressure, because you're not taking a lot of money at one time to pay for something like that. So you will save up, and then you will be like, oh, I know what I'm doing, and you are going to be very cautious about every penny you spend on your wedding. So in that way, you're not wasting money there. So you are spending money wisely. Another reason that you want to do it is you will feel you'll feel less guilty to buy things. Let's say buying an iPad, while you really wanted that right now. I mean, with social media, everybody is showing off how they use iPad, how they do a digital planner, things like that. So, okay, you want one. At that moment, you may have to borrow money. You may have to ask your parents for some, financial support to buy it. But if you can do it yourself, use money from your parents or use money you make and plan wisely to buy the big ticket item, you will feel less guilty because you have planned everything well. And that's what you want by the end of the year or in the middle of the year, or by the end of uh, the month that you actually want to make a big purchase. So in that way you feel less guilty because you are not buying things impulsively. You are buying things wisely and you have planned everything well. You have money for something else, but you also have money for what you want. So that in that way you will lose guilt for big purchases. So another reason is you can prepare for some of the inevitable expenses. So for example, you want to save money for your new winter tires. Let's say that winter tires are expensive, but not that expensive, but still expensive. You want to buy them and you don't know when you're going to buy. I mean, right now it's winter, but maybe you want to save that for summer, then you can have a better deal, things like that. So you can go ahead and do it. What if you don't need a winter tire, but something else has been up and then you have to fix that situation, but at least you have something here, like, oh, you have the extra cash, you have extra money for that unexpected situation, and you don't panic. So that's why I think having a sinking fund is very, very important. And that's what I'm going to do for this new year. And what I will do is if I have the urge to buy something, I will think, do I really want to buy it or it's just that moment I want to spend money? If my answer is I just want to spend money, I will put same amount of money. Let's say I want to buy a sweater like this and it's cost $59 and I just want to buy it for the sake of buying it. And then I will put $59 in my savings account, say, and label that as impulsive shopping. So I will put all impulsive shopping money in that savings account. So I will always have something there. So in this way, I'm stopping myself from impulsive shopping. I'm also saving for something else that I may need later on. So I think that is a pretty good way to save money. Okay, so now we have done what it is, why it is, and now we're going to do how we're going to do it. So there are a few steps I think we should start from, first few baby steps. Don't do too much. So you're going to decide what you are saving up for. So try to be specific about what you want to buy. In that way, you always have goals, right? So you want to achieve goals, and achieving goals will make you happy. So try to be specific about what you want to save up for, and then start from there. And then that's what you need to think about. Make a list and you can have Excel sheets. You can just use old school pen and paper, and then you can, I don't know, there are some other like apps that will help you budget your stuff. So start from there, but first of all, you have to think about categories and what you want to save up for. And step number 2 is decide where you're going to store your sinking fund. So that is very, very important because you have to, and I mentioned this before, you can't just save money in your one savings. So I have this one debit card in savings account. So I save all the money there, but there's no boundaries. So I have the whole part of money there. I don't know which part for which part, and I can't really see the progress. I see the growth. So if possible, have multiple savings accounts and then put money there. Or if you don't mind, you can actually get cash and put them in envelopes. So every month you know how much you save them and put somewhere else. Or I think if that's not practical for you, what you can do is you do put money in one savings account that you will never touch, okay? But you do keep tracking how much you have made or how much you have contributed to that savings account every month. So make an Excel sheet to track your money. So that's something you can do to store your sinking fund. And another one is decide how much you need to save. So you don't want to do too much because that's going to overwhelm you. So let's say if you only make $2,000 a month, and then you decide to save, like say 600, 800, and then think about that. If you're going to do your rent, your hydro bill, and then other things, let's say your car loans and other things, and then you don't really have much left and you still want to live a comfortable life, so you can't do 6 or 800 savings every month. So you have to be a little bit realistic and practical when you decide how much you want to save up for that item. And another thing is to don't have too many categories that say I'm going to save up for vacation, wedding, new cars, and new electronic devices or appliances, and you're going to do renovation. That's too much. You're going to really overwhelm yourself, stress yourself out. So don't do that. So what you want to do is think about something you really, really want and you really plan to get it, and then put money there. Start from small, and then once you master the whole process of it, and once you have a little bit more money, you can definitely go ahead and make more categories to save your money for that, right? So that is first of 3 steps. The last step I found it says set up your sinking fund in the budget. Of course, they want you to use the app to do that. But if you don't, I think Excel sheet is a really good way to do it, and that's how I do it. And you don't have to be like master of Excel sheet. You just make numbers. As long as you know basic skills of using that, you'll be fine to make a tracking sheet about how you do a sinking fund. So that is my tip about how to save money for New Year. So that is the one thing. Another thing is emergency fund. If you like it, I will do another episode about how to make an emergency fund. I will promise you will do a better job. But one more time, I hope you like this video. But again, I am not expert about how to manage money, how to invest. I have no investment, which is kind of a little bit pathetic, but I start from saving money first. So maybe one day I will go somewhere and make investment. So anyway, I hope you like this video, and please give it a thumbs up, and then Bob will also like it too. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.